Hello, 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 everyone. How are all of you? Hopefully, you're all doing well. Now, how do I leave this place? There we go. So, we're going to go do 6.2 storyline. Varshan has glad tidings to share. Ah, excellent timing. Just a moment ago, I received word from the Ironworks. They've completed their task and are on their way with the reinforced warding scales. Similarly, our alchemists have also succeeded in creating an artificial atomos. All is in readiness for our journey to the void. I have instructed our comrades to gather at the great work. Let us head there at once. Where's that at? Ah, there. There you are. I present to you the fruits of the alchemist's labor, the artificial atomos. Though I've yet to put it to the proof, its ether it's practically identical to that of the original, a truly remarkable feat in such short a time. Aye, our alchemists have outdone themselves yet again. Small wonder that they are the pride of Razatan. I would express my gratitude to Nidhana, but it appears she isn't here. She rushed off after bringing the Atomos to attend to a pressing task, but said that she would return ere we set forth, which should be shortly after our friends from the Ironworks arrive with the warding scales. Did someone say warding scales? Because it just so happens we have them. Right on cue. 'Tis good to see you all again. But for the President himself to attend, keen to bear witness to our little experiment, are you? You know I am. I was there at the Crystal Tower, lest you forget. I wouldn't miss this for the world. You don't mind if we come along to see you off? I hope it's thanks to these three that we could finish the work so quickly. 'Twas my painstakingly collected data that made the reinforcement possible. The scales will last a good 10 years in the void with ne'er a hint of degradation. As the ones who did the actual reinforcing, we guarantee their quality as well. They'll keep you safe. But enough bragging. Here are the scales. With these, we can search for my sister without fear of corruption. I know not how to repay you. Well, my friend, my only regret is that I won't be able to accompany you on this latest grand adventure. Wait. Nidhana, is aught the matter? Before you depart, Your Excellency, there's something we wish to present to you. Will you please come with me? You would not delay us without good cause. Very well. Forgive me, my friends, but I require a moment. He's certainly taking his time. What sort of grand present could take so long to receive? The kind that'll help him in the void, I presume. In that godforsaken place, he'll need all the help he can get. But you of all people ought to know that, eh?
My apologies for keeping you waiting.
Looks like you got some weapons.
Vritra, I presume.
Oh, and an age upgrade. Or would we
Indeed.
downgrade?
This
I don't know.
vessel now serves as a host for my eye.
I don't know. Depends on how you want to look at it.
I was aware that the alchemists were busy preparing something, but this...
We couldn't well send you on such a perilous mission unprepared, Your Excellency. We spared no effort in crafting the body, and I dare say you'll find it adept at wielding weapons and magics both. 'Twas our intent to present it to you sooner, but we could not bring ourselves to do so, knowing we could yet improve it further. Pray forgive us.
There is naught to forgive. I am grateful for this fine vessel, and shall put it to good use. Again, I ask that you watch over Radzatan in my absence. The dangers we go to face are great and many, and I fear I will be unable to give matters here due attention. And in opening the Void Gate, there is ever risk that Voidsent will find their way into our world.
Rest assured, we are more than prepared. Our soldiers have been training under Master Estinian. On my honor, we will not suffer a single fiend to pass. So, think only of your mission, Vashan. Ah, but seeing as this is a different body, perhaps we should use a different name.
Nay, Vashan shall suffice. Though I may have thus grown up, I am as ever a little brother to you all.
As you say, as you say. Go then, Vashan. And best of luck.
I have something for you as well. While you were gone, Urianger paid us a visit. As you may recall, he joined us on our foray into Alzadal's legacy, in part to conduct research for the Loporrits. Research they were delighted to receive, and which has already inspired them to consider new ways to improve their own treasure vault. As a token of their gratitude, Livingway entrusted a familiar relic to Urianger.
A crystal of light?
Aye, the crystal, which showed the way to Meteon. The Loporrits no longer have need of it, and thus saw fit to return it to us. Harboring the power of light, it could well aid us in our mission in the Void. And who better to bear Hydaelyn's gift than her chosen champion?
Excuse me.
If there is nothing left to discuss, then let us depart. Our boat awaits us in Akyali.
The Satrap and your fellows have already departed for the vault. Are you ready to set forth?
I shall now lift the seal. In the name of Al-Zadal III, I cast open this door unto the void!
Go, absorb the Void Gate. It worked. We should have no trouble passing through a gate of that size.
What can we expect to find after stepping through?
Only one way to find out.
On my previous foray, I emerged in a castle swarming with void scent. I was hopelessly outnumbered and forced to turn back. But together, I am confident we can hold our own. Upon our arrival, let us deal with any hostile entities and secure the area. The command of our mission, I leave in your capable hands.
That's probably a mistake.
In the event of battle, I shall adapt my tactics to complement your own.
Should we require healing, I can provide it. 'Twould be a welcome change of pace from my recent havoc wreaking.
Uh-huh, sure it is.
Take heart, my friends, and have faith. We will brave this broken world and rescue my sister Ajdaya.
The fell court of Troya now accessible. Ooh. Ooh. Well, fuck. Well, we gotta try and fix that. I was not counting on that. We do not have the light level required to do such a thing. So we need to up our light level. A fair bit, actually. That's a huge jump. Well, it's not really light level because this isn't Destiny. Let's see here. Rings and choker are my weakest points. Necklace, actually, yeah. There we go. Done. Yeah, okay. You almost notice how there looked to be a lot more than just 13 worlds, because I think each one was a very different world. That reminds me of Taken Corruption from Destiny 2. Reminds me of the doll boss from the Anti-Tower. Forgive me, my lady. Healer gear on both pieces. It's worse than what I've currently got, so we'll pass on it. This is better than... There are some very weird mechanics in here. But they're refreshing mechanics. They're not too terribly difficult. They're more just nuisances. I missed that one. Someone else can devour them. Wait a minute, Troya. That's Final Fantasy IV. That's where the crystal got taken by the Dark Elf. It's annoying it took me this long to come up with that reference, but and I may be wrong, but I do believe I'm right.
So the gate did open again, and delivered the most mouth-watering morsels. I am Scarmilione, Archfiend of Earth and first of Golbez's Circle of Four.
So this is a Final Fantasy IV
Such
reference.
pleasure I will take in delivering you unto your graves. Your ether is mine! My blade thirsts for blood. I give you a taste of true despair!
Ah, not that despairing.
Stubborn mortals! Come, fill your lungs. No, I will not be defeated by you!
I mean, you may not want it, but that's what you're getting.
This Scarmiglione, he knew the gate had opened.
And not for the first time. He and his brethren must keep watch over the portal.
As we do ours, but to unflinchingly consume a fellow Voidsent. Like men, perhaps they form factions and fight amongst themselves.
The question is, what will the minions do?
Your mistress is no more, and the one who consumed her we slew in turn. Do you still mean to try us?
I expect some Voidsent are more intelligent than others. Perhaps these ones simply do not understand our words.
Even beasts ought to understand strength.
Ought to and do are two different things.
There is much we do not know about Voidsent. If we are to survive their world, it would be wise to learn their ways.
Wise words indeed. And I get up to fill up a jug of water, and now it needs my input. Oh, very well. How shall we answer this? How? We'll improvise as we go along. That's their normal motto.
If that is your preferred approach, then very well. I shall defer to your adventurer's intuition. I am here, sister. Finally here. And I will find you. I swear it.
This castle should serve as a base of operation for now. Ere we set our sights elsewhere, let's see what there is to learn here. The warding scale exhibits no change. It should be safe to remain here and begin our search. But whither now? I would sense Asdaya were she remotely near, but there is nothing. Might you not call to her? Let her know that you have come? Alas, this vessel is not capable of calling across vast distances. For that, I require my true form. And even were it possible, a dragon's call is born upon ether. 'Tis liable to draw more void sent to us. I see. In any case, there's little exploration to be done while we are confined to this isolated isle. I propose we begin by learning what we can from the castle's occupants. An understanding of their ways may prove useful to our cause. Very well, let us hope a few of them are capable of speech. Let all remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. We reconvene afterwards. Oh, he speaks in grrr. What enticing ether you have. Give me some. Give me some. Ah, if only I were stronger, I'd be able to eat you. Fine, fine. I'll find something else to eat. The mistress's eyes are beauteous, sublime, to bask in her glory, and her gaze is bliss. But now she's gone. Never again will I feel her gaze. No mistress, no orders. What am I to do now? What am I to do now? I serve, I obey. Please don't eat me. A dragon? What's that? Does it taste good? I don't know anything about it. Don't know about anything. But the one we caught recently, they seem to know lots. We threw them in the dungeon, but clever ones are tasty. They might have been eaten already. I have nothing to share. While those I approached had no will to fight, neither were they capable of holding a conversation worth the name. My experience was much the same. Lower rung voids tend to have lower intelligence, would seem. A pity Scarmiglione is dead. He was talkative, at least. What of you? A clever void in the dungeon? That'd be the area in which we emerged. Indeed. Let's take ourselves back there and find this void preferably before its fellows make a meal of it. To the dungeon, then. An army of terracotta, it looks like. Or at least something. They shift and move. Is that just my eyes playing tricks on me? Could just be my eyes playing tricks on me and the graphics adjusting as we... So they require someone to give them ether. They get it from their master, whoever that may be. So in that, well, they're not quite the same as the hive. Because the hive, it's the opposite way around. The higher ups are fed by the ones lower down. The more you have underneath you, the more powerful you are. But also the more you need to continue your existence. Ooh, before we go down, can we... Oh. It's like, can we go and check out that balcony? No. No, I cannot.
You are the friend.
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald.
How did it come to be here?
When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. It was forced to return to the void.
Xenos. Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
I guess. I guess if that's how you want to refer to me as.
Is that Heidelin's crystal?
But how? The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
What do you mean, returned? Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos. His avatar, until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the void-sent servants of Reapers. In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art. And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered, twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Indeed, it doesn't. Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature. So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Smart move there.
Good enough for me.
Now, you will answer me a question. Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend? So, you're not a friend. Then... what is it? What is a friend?
As much as one might expect the unexpected, I doubt any of us could have foreseen this turn of events. She seems different from other Void Sent, at least those we've met. And the change we witness, I suspect is due to your crystal purging the excess darkness in her. Even so, she still harbors a great deal of darkness. I am very keen to hear what she can tell us, about herself and about her world. The Dark Road Voice regards you questioningly. So I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you're after? We're looking for a Voidsent with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learned of you. We are visitors to this world, and know little and less of its working and ways. We'd be grateful if you tell us about it, about yourself. So it's information you seek. What do you offer for it? I beg your pardon? Voidsent do not give unless we stand to gain. You desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule in this world. In this world you call the Void. That makes sense. Pray forgive our ignorance. But what would be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. Voidsent crave one thing alone, ether. In return for information, I offer you mine. Just not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Very well, I tell you no more than you can offer to pay. Then we have a bargain. If we are to talk about the Void, let us do so outside. Come with me. Oh, we can ride mounts here. Oh, I was not. Didn't even think of that at first, but it makes sense.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, void sent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat sin eaters, darkness begat void sent.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a void sent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void sent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown. But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full. I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry.
Be nice to be unaging, but the rest of it kind of sucks.
I realize, too, that I've neglected to ask your name.
As we say mortal, you may call me void sent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
And call me what you will. I care not.
How about 0?
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
It's not, because you seem really cool so far. You kind of got cool.
No,
Cool,
not nothing.
Not tragic
but rather
necessarily, but
a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
As I said, I care not. 0, then. A name is a string of sounds. Its meaning has no bearing on my nature.
yeah.
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Ajdaya is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us. Did you say something?
No.
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of void scent, perhaps.
I must say, we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we continue the conversation within the castle? The throne room is defensible given its few points of ingress. Let us head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect my payment promptly. You shall have it as soon as we've arrived.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Very well.
You're mine!
Oh, you're not dead yet.
That I should miss my mark.
That fiend again? But we struck it down. Watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Death doesn't exist. Of course, in the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the memory.
What?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must. Ye drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
If it's another death they want, I say we give it to them.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast. Come, struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier. Every soul in this domain serves me now. Come, feast upon their flesh.
The castle answers his call. We'd do well to break up this feast quickly.
Then let's see these guests on their way.
Behold the power of the Archfiend of Earth!
He hastens their regeneration.
We are deathless! You cannot defeat that which cannot die!
Watch me. Wrong button.
Struggle and slaughter all you
This bodes ill.
Our foe has too great an advantage.
We need to drag him out of this damnable feast. together!
There's no end in sight. A retreat may be in order.
When will you learn? No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing. Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
A name for which I did not ask. But that I nevertheless did accept.
They've been crystallized.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
Satisfied?
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well. You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine. However incurred, a debt is a debt. I will repay it here and now.
She can turn Void Scent into crystal.
What is this power?
You will tremble before my truth, Drake!
Attend to the minions first. Be gone! That's far enough. Got you!
Trickery will not save.
Reinforcements!
This will hurt.
Impressive.
Pathetic. Useless. Enough. Enough!
We cannot win without Zero. We must help her. Down with you!
Another debt to repay.
Down with you!
I must deal with you first. I'll kill you all myself.
Finally getting serious, are we? Very well. Let us return the favor.
Oh, that's a tank buster. Get away from me.
This place will be your grave!
That's what you think.
This magic! We must stop him now!
Everyone, to me!
Give it everything you've got!
Fool! I will return again and again. What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this? To seal ether in crystal. Memoria. But how? How can you have this power? Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet... Ah, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable fate.
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you four hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, yes, but what of the promised gift?
In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Then honor the pact, and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
That's
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether.
That's Ashdaya.
This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my four arch-fiends. As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
Are you all right?
The Void Sense essence remains. But it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I received my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
Yes, yes I did.
A dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya. Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
In light of our recent experiences, I expect we all have questions. I trust Zero can answer some few of them. We should still be owed at least that much, I dare say. Jesus Christ, an hour and a half to do 2 quests. Or 3 quests. You've come to the 13th before, yes? You fought Voidsent here? But clearly you didn't know they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. I doubt not that they did, and there must be a reason why the ones you defeated did not return, in contravention of the natural order. Ever odd out of ordinary at sealing magic like Zero's, perhaps? There are circumstances in which we're unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process, your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct Voidsent once more. And before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or your erstwhile prey. A fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you survive the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet, despite his greater strength, Scarmiglione managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe we understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you soul should speak for itself. I can bind the ether of the soul in crystal. Many yielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. How does one come to yield Memoria, and what happened to your peers? I've never thought about that. I do know, though, that Voidsent can't use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in part. I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. Then we must try talking to the other Voidsent again. Let us entrust the task to you. Her echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, she should be able to maintain her composure better than a concerned sibling. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but will you not ask about Golbez in my stead? On the terraces to begin with, perhaps? Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. Excuse me. So the clever one hasn't been eaten? If no one wants it, then perhaps... Golbez? Of course I know of him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiends lead armies to ravage and conquer. They devour those they deem useless, those who can't fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you had better flee, though soon there will be nowhere to run. If the one who devoured her dies, perhaps the mistress will return? Then I may bask in her gaze again. Golbez, you say? My mistress spoke of him. He commands the archfiends. They are very powerful and have conquered many domains. The mistress bade us defend the castle from them. Yes, yes, she did. The tasty one returns to tempt me. I mustn't eat you. I mustn't eat you. Golbez, I know of him from those I've eaten. He has minions, and those minions have minions. No one ever sees him. Welcome back. Were you able to learn aught of value? I learned a thing here and there. So countless voids sent answer to the archfiends, who in turn answer to Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Scarmiglione's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the archfiends conquer other domains. The question is, how do we reach Golbez if he surrounds himself with armies of minions? We could target his other archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle. Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I'm determined to save my sister Ashdaya. If there's even a faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To that end, I want you to lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? Forgotten the way of the world already? If you want help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts, and any who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Or is this less a request and more a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? You aren't forcing your avatar to serve against its will? That's true. Yours is an equitable covenant. That being the case, I can believe your words. You would provide fair payment. Well, what do you offer? Very well, Zero, I propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we will provide it in ether. That's all you had to say. Everything else was superfluous. Fair point. Where to now? Either a place the Archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may seek sanctuary. I know the latter. I'll take you there. I assume you also know how I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. Now that you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given our numbers, we'll need a large one, but regardless of size, all can be won over with ether. Excellent, let's go find our mount at once. Not good. Lord Golbez must hear of this. Streamers has not been going good for us tonight. Wait, did I pass where I need to go? I did. We should be able to find a mount here. With the castle in disarray, the creatures will be hungry. Just a little ether should suffice. Are you ready?
There it is. Good. It agrees to serve. Get on.
What is this place?
My domain.
Oh, your domain.
In the beginning, it was a sanctuary for me alone. But over time, others began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
A settlement of pariahs.
What's that? Mortals! They're mortals! What's enticing ether? Let me have some, let me have some! Not fair. I don't want to be.
Best
You
way
are
to avoid
under
being
my
eaten, stay in
protection here
line.
and will not be harmed. I give you my word. Follow me.
This is my abode. The others won't come near, so you may be at ease. Well, they know their place. If tantalizing ether were to walk by, I can't guarantee they wouldn't pounce. It is a void sense nature to consume, their sole purpose. Even the pursuit of ether may lead to their undoing. Many succumb to instinct. But any who's come here will have to answer to me. This is my domain's one and only rule, and it is absolute. Consider yourselves duly warned. If you wish to go among the void sent here, that is your choice to make. All have fled from one master to another. Or another, but whether any of those masters in turn serve Golbez, I do not know. You may ask them yourselves. Most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. We should go about making inquiries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Once we've learned all we can, let's reconvene at yonder plaza. You're going too, of course, in which case I shall accompany you. I wish only to observe, do not expect me to help. Then settled. I'm ready when you are. Ready? Then lead the way. I leave it to you to decide with whom you speak. I call this my abode, but spend hardly any time here. I return only for meditation. While physical wounds can be healed by replenishing one's ether, you can't preserve your form if you lose sight of yourself. Such is the risk inherent in consuming another's soul. It dilutes your sense of self, alters you inside and out. To guard against this, I meditate, visualize who I am, in a place all my own. This is the heart of my domain. Normally it's deserted, but you and yours have drawn everyone out. I don't recall this statue, though. However it came to be here, I certainly didn't wish for it. You're one of the mortals. It is true. Is it true? When you die over there, you really die? Yes and no. So it is. So it is. What brings you here, then? Ah, yes, Golbez. He seeks strong minions to grow his army, so I hear. But recently he stopped doing that. Instead, he devours all. Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder and is now intent on bolstering his own strength. A sure sign that he is about to make a move. Stay away from me. If you don't want to be eaten, stay away. Golbez, I've heard the name before. I remember always speaking of a great crusade. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. Crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this? Farfarello. He was a minion of another minion, went on and on about the terrible things he saw. I see. Perhaps Farfarello can tell us more. Talk around with her like that. You're her minion, then. You know I don't take minions. She has some questions, and I want you to answer them. Golbez, I don't know that one. Only Skatak. When she led us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. I've been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That's all I can tell you. Skatak was a powerful woodsman who ruled over a vast domain. That was a long time ago, though, so I doubt she has any connection to Golbez. Satisfied with what you've learned? But let's step away before you become too tempting to resist. Seems the rumors of Golbez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade, whatever that may be. But I must say, I wouldn't have guessed that Farfarello once fought in Golbez's army. It's a miracle he survived in serving an archfiend. I suppose I should explain. Farfarello is the weakest among us. Constantly in fear of being devoured, he seldom consorts with others. The only one he's comfortable with is Seriato. He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's ether. Such is their relationship. But I ramble. You intend to seek out Farfarello, I presume? Then I'll come with you. He's less likely to hide that way.
Not only did the mortals conquer Troy, they defeated Scarmalione. I struggle to believe it. They're very small, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmalione's soul into crystal. Crystal? This one speaks of Memoria. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. It'll bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my eye. Yet the very notion wasn't absurd! The gifted are gone, drowned in darkness. As were we all.
And yet Scarmalione still does not answer. Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer. If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived, they cannot be suffered to live.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez. I, Barbaricia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
What do you desire?
The dragon's ether. All that remains.
The insolence! Know your place.
With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
So you claim?
Then go and impress upon these interlopers the futility of defiance.
My lord.
Farfarello keeps the fringes of my domain this way. The voids in here don't answer to a master. They can do as they please, but almost answer to the hunger and seek out prey when they need ether. Except for Farfarello and Serratio, that is, they are content to take from one another. Barring an incident, they dare not venture out. When he takes flight, Serratio will not seek shelter until he is utterly spent. Farfarello, on the other hand, prefers to hide in the same place. Come. Oh, whatever will I do now? Serratio, that is rather unexpected. Where's Farfarello? Farfarello isn't here anymore. He's left. Yes, that's right. Left? That doesn't sound like him at all. Well, he's gone, all right. What more do you want me to say? And off he flees as he is wont to do. Something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Serato's behavior? So you think so too. As he says, Farfarello's gone, but that is quite unusual. As is the fact that Serato was clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee but instead hid here, where Farfarello usually. No. We must go after Serato now. Serato, we need to talk. There's no time. The wind rises. We must flee. Wind rises. What is he talking about? After him. What's gotten into you? What do you mean the wind rises? When the wind rises, she comes. Barbaressia. Barbares... Who? Who in the world is that? We must flee, all of us. There's no time. I don't sense anything, but he seems convinced. It's a dead end beyond. We'll corner him. We're doomed. There's nowhere to run. What are you running from? I already told you. Barbaressia, the Archfiend of Wind. Archfiend, you say? We will be devoured or forced to serve, to fight in the crusade, but it makes no difference. In the end, all are eaten by her or her enemies. I didn't want to fight anymore. That's why I fled and came here. I see. That explains everything. Almost. I thought it was Farfarello who used to serve as an archfiend, not you. Not you, who always ran at the first sign of trouble. You who now speak as though you were Barbaressia's minion. There's only one explanation. Indeed. That would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So, is that the way of it? Did you devour Farfarello? And not just a portion of his ether, but his entire being? How did you know? It wasn't only your behavior that felt strange. You felt strange, as if there was more than you present. Now, I don't believe you would have lost control. More likely it was at Farfarello's behest. I can't hide anything from you. I admit it. Farfarello didn't leave. I ate him. He feared Barbaressia more than anything. Hated the endless fighting. So he begged me to devour him, that he would never have to fight again. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer. Were this a world where the wheel of life and death still turned, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time, it would return to the great flow. But there's no such end here, no escape. All know this, and making his choice, Farfarello must have been desperate indeed. And now that desperation has joined with Cerrado's fear, driving him to act erratically. This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be eaten, neither me or Farfarello, but there's nowhere to go. Nowhere. Then tell me about Barbaressia. I would know who it is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here, and no one can escape her winds. No one.
Barbaressia! She has come!
And she's brought her domain with her. The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
I can't bear it! Eating and being eaten! I only want to be left in peace!
You and me both.
One of the Archfiends approaches.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbaressia.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear.
Ah, fuck that.
And what is this pitiful domain? Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery. Alas, poor Scarmiglione, and good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell.
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
A dragon, you say? Huh. My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us. Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain. You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you. One way or another, I will have satisfaction.
No, I don't think you are. I think you want satisfaction. I don't think you're going to get it.
What's the plan then?
Why are you looking at me for a plan?
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment.
You don't know who you're hanging around with.
If you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
I shall pay it. So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish. And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbaricia too recognized its potency.
Very well. We have a bargain.
The less time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone is ready, then let us set forth. Indeed, yet my heart weighs heavy for those Barbaricia struck down. Were it not for us, she would not have come here. Should you require a moment, Zero? For what? Barbaricia took what she could. She was wise to strike quickly, as we would be. Agreed, this is no time for sentiment. Only the battle matters now. Zero has a word of warning before you go to face Barbaricia. A word of warning. Barbaricia spoke as if she would give us answers if we were to defeat her. But even assuming she'll talk, which I doubt, I trust I need to tell you how foolish it is. Foolish it is to give an Archfiend a second chance. Best to seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If you wish to peer into her past, the Memoria will suffice. Well then, you'd better hope it favors you when the time comes. Rest assured, this won't be our last opportunity to learn about Azhdaya. If another Archfiend were to fall, Golbez would surely be compelled to respond. We need only wait for our quarry to come to us. Indeed, if our struggles with Scarmiglione taught us aught, 'tis that we must hold nothing back when facing an Archfiend. Let us heed Zero's advice and seal our way at the earliest opportunity. If we're all in agreement, then let us be off. We travel by Nizrock.
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind.
Leave these ones to us.
I see to Barbaricia.
God damn. They do not want me to, It's a 10 item level jump from even the previous. Oh my, oh my. Let's go see what we can spend to... see what we can spend to try and hit that. So, let's start with weapon. That's 610. I think helm was the cheapest. Yeah. See how that gets us. Gets us close. One more piece should do it. Okay. And much broke I am. Well, there we got at least a good bit of our money back. Or actually, no, wait. What are those prices again? No, last set of high quality sold for 15, so let's put it that for 15. Since there's none on the market. I like nice even numbers. This will be a hard stretch, but... And those are just worthless. These aren't worth much. Actually, before I do so any of that, need 10 cobalt ore. Okay. Wish this key would come along us faster, but it is what it is. Let's see. Now, Gunbreaker. go. Oh, excuse me. There, Pops.
Come, give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence. Such rich, exquisite ether. My hair shimmers with anticipation. On your guard! Try this!
That looked like a different form of tank buster than I've seen before.
Have at you! Fall! My locks are as the wind. Supple, strong, and free.
I have no idea what I was trying to do there, what I was doing there.
Try this! Fall! A fair wind blows. You feel it too, do you not? You've done well to last this long. But the battle has only just begun.
Those are some thick thighs. Well, I think for pure hair control, I think Bayonetta could give her a run for her money.
I'll slaughter you all. Dodge this if you can. I'll make it quick.
God, what is this madness? Wait, I got some other marker on me.
Don't underestimate me. Feel my fury! Know your place. You can't escape the storm. I'll break your every bone.
And that's what you keep looking like you're attempting to do. You just keep failing at doing it.
Be gone from my sight! The insolence! Dodge this if you can! I'll make it quick. Don't underestimate me. Feel my fury! Know your place. No! I will not be denied!
I think you will. I think you will.
There's still time. With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet... You're finished. Damn it all!
I see you've bested Barbaricia. Well done.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Ashdaya. So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless. We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
I but fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
The hell happened here?
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Though Zero remains unconscious, she appears otherwise fine. Insofar as I can discern at any rate, being part void sent, her physiology may be rather different from ours. Let us observe her for a while as we discuss her next move. Turn from the void. Concern is writ plain upon Varshan's face. How long do you suppose she will remain this way? I haven't the faintest inkling, nor can I say whether the ether we can afford to share will be enough to awaken her. It would be best to take her back with us to the source. There she would be guaranteed all she requires. Zero cannot give her consent, but it seems we have no choice. The alternative would be to leave her here, defenseless. Should she later desire it, we can bring her home. Might ask you to hold on to Barbaricia's memoria. It may yet serve a purpose. Oh, what happened to her? You have business with Zero? We have a newcomer, a former minion of Barbaricia. Let her know when she wakes, will you? Barbaricia's minion. Why not go find this newcomer so we have something to tell Zero if nothing else. Indeed. May I trouble you to join me? With luck, we might learn something of Golbez. You're the ones who felled Barbaricia. I won't make trouble. I'll obey, so please let me stay. If you would obey, then tell me all you know of Golbez. There isn't much I can tell. Only the archfiends are allowed into his domain, wherever it is. None but they know. I see. No better way to guard oneself than keeping one's location secret. How does Golbez communicate with his minions afield? He has these scepters, staves, whatever they are. He uses them to talk to those far away. Not unlike link pearls, at least in function. That will be all. My thanks for your cooperation. My thanks to you as well for affording me the time. I am satisfied, so let us rejoin the others and head home. I trust you understand that once we leave the 13th, we will not return until we are prepared to resume our search. Knowing this, are you ready to depart? Yeah, I'm ready. Back to Troya then, and thence home.
Ah, you're all safe. Thank the sisters.
A moment while I close the gate. There. We may rest easy for now. Was there any trouble? I expect some void scent slipped through.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
That is well. I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important?
What might that be?
You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
Indeed, you are right. It is good to be home again, among those who I love dearly and missed so much.
And we are glad to receive you, Vashan. Welcome home.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
We have been expecting you. If you would follow me, I will show you to the guest chambers.
Our mission took many an unexpected turn. I am relieved that we have all returned safely. But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over, I would consult you on one last matter.
Zero.
While she appears none the worse for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there aught we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force. In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether. Simply being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
Then we need but wait?
I believe so. She will awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food. I know you promised her your ether, but perhaps she might appreciate fine Harnish cuisine more.
Food can certainly be arranged.
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part void scent.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence. A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is void-sent, rendering it dominant. Thus, we were able to reverse it with the power of light. I labor to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Fandaniel. Were Zero wholly void-sent, I doubt the crystal would have had an effect on her. One might say that Hydaelyn had a hand in your meeting.
Probably.
It is no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Hydaelyn herself. Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
Excuse me. Oh, I've had Stream Raiders up for a while. Never to remain idle, Ishtola would tend to an errand. If I'm excused myself, I wish to pay a visit to the High Crucible. While the scales functioned admirably, I'd be prudent to have them inspected for signs of degradation. By all means, I shall do the same for this vessel. Then I'll go and meet with the soldiers, share with them what I learned fighting Voidsent in the 13th. What of you, my friend? Have you any immediate plans? In that case, might I trouble you with a small task? I wish to have food ready for Zero when she awakens, you see. Would you be willing to go to Mered's Main and ask for suitable refreshments? Excellent. In the meantime, Nidhana shall watch over Zero. She is already en route. Let us each tend to our respective business and reconvene then, anon. Nice, shiny, and clean. Welcome to Mered's Main. Please make yourself comfortable. What? I guess the satrap has collapsed from hunger. Of course I'd be happy to help. You need only tell me what you desire. Probably a little bit of everything, because we don't know what her tastes are like. Oh yes, that'd be perfect for someone coming out of a long slumber. Please take these apples with you then. They've just come in, I can guarantee their freshness. Afterwards, once your guest feels better, she's welcome to sample whatever else we can provide. Just let me know. Welcome back. Lest you worry, Mistress Nadhana has been taking good care of our guest. Will you be joining them now?
Light. Is this an inn? What happened? How did I get here? There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful! Ah! Ah!
What is this? Some sort of fiend?
A fiend? Where is it? Where? But this is no time for jokes. You're in the source, my dear. The world next door. So to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed. I'll fetch them at once. Wait, just a moment.
I took the liberty of arranging refreshments. I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
This isn't what you promised. I suppose ether is ether.
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
Where's the enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow. That's the way. So, did it taste good?
I don't know.
The long years without eating may have dulled your sense of taste.
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming others. There are some who speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their prey's ether. But I loathe the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing, but diluting my essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died, countless times.
You have? But what happens when you do?
Not much. After a while, you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
The question of taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Very well. As my guest, I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent, and for that, I apologize. If you wish it, we will return you to yours once you have regained your strength.
It's fine. I have no reason to go back. Except for yours, perhaps. You intend to cross over again, I take it.
I do. I have yet to find my sister. I want nothing more than to rush to her aid, to find this Golbez and free her from his clutches, if he still holds her captive.
Though if our recent experience has taught us anything, 'tis that the 13th is more dangerous than we ever imagined. Caution must be our watchword.
Better late than never. In the short time you spent in our world, you left a trail of chaos in your wake. You managed to return in one piece this time, but don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
Can always hope.
Rest assured, we will make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzet-Han.
Again, a stranger in this strange land. I have a condition. You must come too.
You have my thanks.
This road is brimming with ether. I feel invigorated just standing here in the breeze. Glad am I to hear that. So, is there any place in particular you wish to see? Perhaps where that food came from. Apple, was it? Well, I don't expect I'll collapse again. It'd be good to know where I can procure more if necessary. Nereid's Main it is, then. I shall introduce you to the head waitress, Milil. Looks like there's a talking point just outside of it. Although I'm going by. Can't afford anything at the moment, but this is a place. The air is different here, and I speak not of the heat. There's a texture to it, a fullness, unlike that of elsewhere. You smell the cooking, I believe. Hainish cuisine is quite fragrant and delicious. I hope you will agree. We could attempt to introduce Zero to Merida herself, but Melio is more likely to be available. Welcome to Merida's Main. Greetings, Melio, and may I introduce you to Zero. She is an esteemed guest, and I ask that you see to her meals during her stay. Ah yes, Merida has told me all. Please come to us whenever you're hungry. We'll look after you. 'Twas here that Illusion obtained the apple. While the palace cooks can prepare you whatever you desire, it is certainly a quick and convenient food. I'll remember it. Who are the ones there moving their bodies about? Is it for some ritual related to eating? The dancers, they move their bodies to bring pleasure to those who are watching. It is a form of entertainment, part of our culture. How needlessly complicated. We Voidsent prefer simpler pleasures. That may be the way of it now, but your world too must have had such complicated diversions once. I don't remember. Well, let us move on. I propose we visit Balshan Bazaar, where goods the world over may be found. So we're giving her a bit of culture shock. What are all these things for? What do you do here? This is a marketplace where people buy and sell goods. Since its earliest days, Radzat-Han has served as a trading hub, and here you'll find not only local products, but wares from distant lands. I should mention that the vendors generally only accept payment in coin or tomestones. If there is aught you desire, I shall take care of it. So that's what tomestones are for. Voidsent returned them with them on occasion, but I never knew their purpose. They struck me as useless trinkets, and I couldn't understand your obsession with them. On that subject, there appear to be no shops in the 13th. Do you never make bargains in which possessions are exchanged? We do, but rarely. We strike bargains when we want something done. If we desire an object, we kill whoever has it. I see, I see. Your bargains may be likened to employment, I believe. I shall bear this in mind. With that, let us continue on. I propose we head to the High Crucible of Alchemia. Why, Master Virtra, how may we serve you this evening? If you're here for your vessel, I'm afraid we're still tending to it. No, no, there is no rush. Pray take as much time as you require, and know that I have complete faith in your work. The High Crucible is home to the finest alchemists. They are the ones who created my bodies, and can provide you with the healing as well. Now that I think on it, you weren't at all surprised when I changed forms. Were you aware of my nature from the start, that I was a soul occupying a vessel not my own? It's hardly uncommon in our world. When given the chance, many shed their bodies to claim stronger ones. Oh, you must be the rumored guest. We've been most eager to meet you. If you have a moment, would you care to stay for some tea? The sisters know we'd love to hear your tales. No, I've had enough food for now, and we can always obtain more without the need for inane chatter. Now, no need to decline outright. I dare say you are tired, so let's save it for another time, and return to Megaduta. If aught catches your eye en route, do not hesitate to say so. Some sort of fruit? Pitiful things, though. I imagine you need to eat a lot to derive any satisfaction. These are mulberry trees. While the fruits are indeed edible, more important are the leaves which we feed to silkworms. Without the creatures, we wouldn't have the silk to make our famous Thavnerian weave. Furthermore, the bark of the tree also possesses medicinal properties. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more useful plant. Is that so? Aside from food, I wouldn't have considered any other purpose for it. Master Vitra, an illusion too. But isn't young Murad, and that may be your sister, Yasra? Is all well at the orphanage? Yes, Your Excellency. The other children are very nice, and we all look out for one another. Oh, just the other day, Sina came to see us. Everyone was really excited. Truly, Estinian paid you a visit? That is well. Is she a new friend? Friend? You know what that is? What? You mean you don't? She is a visitor from faraway land, you see, and is still unfamiliar with our language. Then we'll teach you. A friend is someone you like to play with. Play with? Zeno seemed to be enjoying himself when he fought you. Is that the same thing? More or less. I see, but is having someone to play with so fulfilling? I still do not understand why. Why he traveled the great expanse. Why he risked life and limb. For you. But I waste energy dwelling on such things. I am not Xenos. I stand to gain nothing by knowing his heart. I'm sorry, I couldn't explain it well. There's no need to apologize. The fault is not yours, but mine for failing to make sense of your words. Well, we had better get back to our errand. Goodbye, it was nice meeting you. Through Xenos, I thought I understood the ways of your world. But the more I learn of it, the more I realize how little I actually know. It's also strange. Your behavior and your reasons, I found myself baffled at every turn. But the feeling is not unwelcome. I'm learning, bit by bit. It was the right decision to join you. A gentle smile plays on Varshan's lips. I believe Zero's time has been rewarding, and 'twas in no small part due to your company. My thanks for agreeing to join us. Come, let us return to Megaduta. Excuse me. Welcome back. Will you be heading to the guest chambers?
So, what are your impressions of Radzatan?
There's a lot of mortals.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. Though they would call each other people, I think. If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around. There's only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all. While I remember some few tales of the past, I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough, then I will tell you of the events that saw darkness engulf our world. The Contra Memoria.
We are all ears. Please.
Long ago, light filled the world and all was at peace. But then the servants of darkness came, and they bequeathed a black art unto men. Channeling the power of hope and prayer, one could call forth fearsome beings known as Eidolons.
The Ascians. And these Eidolons are surely primals.
Then you have faced the same, and understand that when an Eidolon is birthed, strife follows. And in such strife, the weak are the first to suffer. When it seemed the world would be plunged into chaos, heroes appeared. They who were blessed with a singular power. The power to bind the ether of eidolons within crystals known as memoria. My mother was one such memoriate. But in fighting to save many, she herself was touched by darkness. As was I.
And so you were born part Voidsent, before the world was overcome.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
They did. They expunged the seeds of chaos and restored the peace, only to find themselves seduced by the darkness they had sealed. They spread the taint, transforming men into monsters, what you call Voidsent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
Not the first to be corrupted by power, nor the last.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them. For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
The flood of darkness.
The stars faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality. I was cast into the rift, and there trapped for what felt like an eternity. Until I came upon a crack. Tiny, infinitesimal, but enough for me to squeeze through. And find my world changed beyond recognition, into the lightless waste you saw.
So that is how you were able to escape becoming a Voidsent in full.
I suppose I should consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured. We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
A lost world, you say? I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
Just needs a little work.
What are you getting at?
To explain requires that we initiate you into the truth of the source and its reflections. We warned that this will take a while.
We're gonna go fall asleep again. Because whenever, like, anytime any of the various characters are giving a lecture, it always looks like our character is falling asleep.
Then, unlike the worlds that have been rejoined, mine still...
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome. So the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction. Which gives me cause to hope there may be a way to restore light and life to the 13th. Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees. But having experienced what we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to...
Starting to get it now, aren't you?
But the sole reason you came to the Void was...
To find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more. But we Scions, former Scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of not leaving well enough alone.
Very true.
And old habits die hard, don't they, my friend?
Yes.
Restoring the light would serve our efforts to find and free Ashdaya. There is no reason not to try.
Do as you will. I have no desire to save that world.
Be that as it may, we will have need of your power when next we face Void Scent.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price. And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more. A lot more. I will consider this a deposit.
I figured that's exactly what she was going to say. Look, we can make regular shipments of food to you, if need be. Though our time in the Void was short, we managed to ascertain that my sister yet lives, and it cannot be overstated how fortunate we are to have met Zero. But the greater blessing is nevertheless you, my friend, for your encouragement to embark upon my search anew, and your help in overcoming the challenges thus far. The fuck is that thing? Golbez and his minions will seek to stymie our efforts, of this we can be sure. But with you all at my side, I have confidence that we will succeed, that we will find and liberate my sister, and that we shall return home together.
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbariccia. Useless, the both of them.
'Twas no lie. They conspire with a Memoriat.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here. The war looms nigh. We cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them. In order to guarantee its success, however, I will require Cagnezzo's cooperation. Now there's sport to be had, then I'll play along. As much as I dislike following your lead, I have no patience for scheming.
well and good to have confidence, but do not forget the cost of failure.
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
Then I will trust in your oath and your plan.
We will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow. Ha ha! Some excitement for a change.
No sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps. The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause, and so you must fall. What irony that the blessed damned should set us free. As I swore so long ago. The gate lies open. At long last, my ambition shall be fulfilled!
Even realms long lost to dark may find in memory rebirth spark. And well, that completes patch 6.2. So I'm rather enjoying the story. I'm getting into it. But we will continue tonight's stream with starting the Hildebrand quest line.